Coach, if you want to give an opening statement, and then we'll move into questions.
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir.
To all the college coaches that's out there, if you want a kid that's going to come to work every day, if you want a young man that's going to represent his family, if you want a kid that's going to be skilled, and you want a young man that makes sacrifice, come get a kid from Eleanor McMain, because all these kids make sacrifice. They could easily be at another school averaging 20 and 30 shots a game. Brotherhood, Eleanor McMain, you have a role. And these young men embrace this role, and we're a state champion. It's all about those kids, about these kids and the rest of the kids in the locker room. So, yes, I'm the face, but our coaching staff and these young men deserve all the credit. Deserve all the credit. We all know, as well documented, we took over a program that was 1 in 23 or 1 in 24. And to be here with this moment is huge for our community, it's huge for our network, our school, and we're going to enjoy it. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I'm going to enjoy this because these kids sacrifice and help us get to this point. That's the only thing I have to say. It's just like these kids deserve everything, and it's just like no one counted us. Everybody went against us. But you have to play the game. And we played the game the right way, and we're a state champion. I'm done.
Can you take us through those last minutes? I mean, you guys were down, I think, 9, and then it was back and forth for the last 3 minutes.
I said last time, man, you had a conversation. I said it as a joke that we like playing from behind. And again, we played from behind. It's just something about, I guess we didn't wait too late today to wake up to come out with a victory. But these young men, we were just like, we got to lock in. We need stops. And that's what happened. And just like this guy here, man, all these guys. This guy been at McMain since 7th grade. This guy been at McMain since 8th grade. And you had a conversation with him. He was on the last team that was 1 in 23 that beat Culver. So it's just like all this history is just like, it's huge. So we got stops when we needed it. And this kid here, as much as all our coaches just jumping and stuff or whatever, for all the good reasons, we're not gonna say nothing. He hit the free throw. Our floor general. Like he was like Coach, I'm ready. So we had a conversation before the season even started. We're just like, what you gonna do? He was like, man, we're gonna get 2 before I leave. So I'm gonna hold you to that. We got 1 more to get. But we played a good team also. Let's give credit to Culver. They came out, they executed their game plan, but the basketball gods were with us today.
How much of an emphasis was it for y'all trying to stop the man from getting out in transition? I mean, they had 10 dunks probably each of the last 2 rounds, and I think they had 1 tonight. So was that an emphasis for y'all to did the game just kind of play out that way?
Let's be real. When other opponents play Culver, they already fear before they even much play the game. And the thing is with us is just like people forget last season, I don't like to go in the past, we beat those guys twice. So the thing is just like, and our coaching staff was just like, all the pressure is on them because of the fact that they beat us in the season and they had to adjust to what we was gonna do. We just told our kids we're gonna come out and play the game of basketball. We need to eliminate the dunks because that's what get them high. And I think we did a good job of it. We had some misassignments or whatever, but other than that, I'm happy for our guys. We did what we came to do, and that's win.
Coach Kelly, can you just talk about what does this mean for Eleanor McMain as a school and as a community?
You're about to have me crying. It means so much. It's just like history was made today. This probably was the first time 2 public schools from the city of New Orleans played against each other. This is huge not only for our community, this is huge for the city of New Orleans. I wish it could have been somewhere closer or whatever, but the hospitality and everything that went along with this, we are bringing the trophy back uptown. That is one thing that is so huge for us. So I think we did a good job of representing ourselves, our families, and the community.
2 3-pointers to start the 4th quarter, but Malik Hopping he hadn't attempted a shot in the first 3 quarters and then makes 2 threes right at the beginning.
The biggest thing, like I always said all year long, is our depth. and you never know who number's going to be called. And his number was called that day, and he was ready. And he's been struggling with an injury for this whole playoffs, whatever. We had one day of intense practice, and he banged his elbow up, an injury that he had from football season, whatever. But that's the thing that I'm talking about, sacrifice, and for us playing your role or whatever. Because, like I say, he's a kid that could be at any other school and getting all the shots he wants, but he's here, and it's a sacrifice by playing for us, which is always good because it's just like, we'll have no selfish kids. And that's always going to help us out in the long run. And today it showed.
Or you go to the line at point 7 seconds left. You're talking to Mike, but what?
He's nervous.
So, what's going through your mind? You know, when you get fouled, it looked like you were about ready to score. You got fouled from behind. But tell me everything that's going kind of through your mind.
I was on the mind. I was just saying what he like do for Jazz. You know, thank you for all the work.
He was saying that when he was on the free throw line, he was doing it for Jazz. If you want to tell him who Jazz is, he goes to get emotional. But that's someone that means the world to him or whatever. And the basketball gods was, and Jazz was with him. So, because we all know he's not a damn good free throw shooter, but he made it. So, all of our part was making history, and that's what happened.
Adam, you know, stepped up again today, you know, with some really big buckets. What was this kind of, you know, your approach to the game? And was this just feeling like y'all for y'all as players? Because like you said, y'all sacrificed a lot to be there.
We've been saying we was going to get to this point for the longest since the beginning of the season. So I came out, I had it on my mind, I was going to do it for the seniors and the whole McMain community. And we had
to Taj, your role changed a lot, you know, on this team this year. You went from starting to coming off the bench. Seemed like that didn't even really bother you. You came in and gave them some big minutes, you know, in these last, you know, today and the last few weeks. So just kind of tell me about, you know, how the season was from your perspective and, you know, what this is like for y'all.
With this being my senior year, I could have took the negative route of coming out the bench, but like Coach said, the whole team makes sacrifice. So I knew coming out the bench, I didn't want to do that for my team anytime I step on the court.
Brandon, you defensively, I know you know that's, you know, kind of where your role is. You know, you got some big stops that you got the charge that kind of help swing your momentum too. So just tell me about, you know, what you try to bring to the team.
I'm more like an energy person. Before we even play the game, I'll go to sleep on 10. I'll be on 100 before I go to sleep. I just play my role, help my team come out with the dub. We beat the odds and came out on top.
When he made his free throw, you were jumping up and down. And then
I've been at McMain since 7th grade. Like, I ain't never think we'll get to the point to be honest with you. And the feeling is just amazing. Like, I'm shaking right now. I don't even know what to say. I'm too excited. I ain't even know.
Then how about after the final buzzer? I think I saw you laying flat on the floor. Were you exhausted, or what was the feeling?
I couldn't catch my breath. I was screaming too much. I had to sit down for a fast up.
I guess for any of the players, White Coach Kelly walked in the locker room, y'all got him with the water and, you know, kind of.
He already told him what the deal was. He already knew it was coming.
I didn't know, but hey, we did it. So I'm not tripping on it. They didn't know that. They know we'll have practice tomorrow, so I can't run them and all that other stuff. But it's a good experience, and these young men deserve everything.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.